Okay, let's cut the lace front on this game changer wig together so that you have all the tools you need to cut your lace front at home, which sounds like it's super scary and you're worried you're gonna mess it up, but don't worry, you'll be absolutely fine. It is nowhere near as hard as you think it is. So I've got a lace front wig here on a mannequin head, which I highly recommend doing. You can do it not on a head, but I just feel like this is gonna make it a lot easier for you if you've never done it before. I've also got a couple of these like clips so we can pull the hair back from the lace so we don't accidentally cut the hair. And I've got a little comb here to help me do that as well. Now, one thing that I sometimes do if I need to is I actually blow dry the hair back. So if the hair's kind of like, doing its own thing and you're trying to get it back, but little bits are like still out and you're worried you're gonna cut them because they're in the way, blow dry all the hair back from the lace front. So all those little bits are gonna sit back and out of the way. So I'm going to comb, let me just turn this head maybe a little bit for now. I might turn it back in a second. I'm going to comb the hair away from the front, all over the hairline. Like pull it back from the hairline. Put a clip there. Okay, and just do that on the other side. I feel like such a hairdresser with all my tools in my pocket here. So that's fun. Okay, so I've got all that hair like nice and like comfortably back from the hairline. It's not gonna get in the way. You see that? There's no little hairs in the way that are gonna get cut accidentally, because we really don't want that. If you do that, you're just gonna have some extra baby hairs. So it's not the end of the world, but you don't wanna accidentally cut out a big chunk. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this to the side a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. And hopefully I can see what I'm doing too. So I tend to start at the ear tab because that's where the lace kind of starts. So our lace fronts are from like ear tab to ear tab. So that's where the lace begins. I know it's hard to see because the lace is so transparent. So that's where the lace begins. So I cut really close to the edges because you don't need a little flappy bit of lace sitting out here, but I immediately come away a little bit from the hairline. So I tend to leave about this much lace out. And then you can try it on, see how that looks on you, and if you want to trim it back a bit more, you can. But I would start with a bit more out than you think you need, because you can always take a bit more off, but you can't undo if you've gone too far. So I tend to start close at the ear tab here and immediately like kind of create that bit of extra space. See if you can see that. There we go. And then I just cut along. I'm using some nice sharp scissors. That's like tool number one. Okay, so we go along here and just keep cutting like this. I think having the mannequin head there is really nice because you can kind of rest the scissors against the mannequin head. If you're doing it on nothing, you're just so freehand, and if you're nervous, that can be a problem. So I think the mannequin head is good for that. You can just rest the scissors along the mannequin head and go around. Let me turn this around for you. Okay. And then I've obviously got this, like, I've left a bit out everywhere, but now that I'm coming back to the ear tab, I'm gonna bring it back in close so I don't have a bit of flappy lace on the ear tab. So I'm gonna bring that in nice and close here. I might just check it from this side to make sure I'm not getting too close and cutting hair. I'll just start down here and meet where I left it off. Okay, so I am pretty happy with that. I'll show you, oh, you can see quite well actually how much lace I've left out. I'll show you what that looks like on me. Let's move this up, bending over here. Okay, so I'll show you what that looks like on me and how much lace that is. Okay, so that's how much lace I've left out, which is quite a bit. You may very well trim some off. I probably would, but I think it's always good to start, like, look at it first. So this is what that looks like on me. Okay, so that's how that looks on me which I like am fine with, but if you want to bring that a little bit closer to the hairline, so there's not as much lace sitting on your forehead, then go for it, honestly. I probably would too. I generally do on my own wigs, bring it a little bit closer than that. But as I've said a few times, I'd rather you start with too much than get too close to the hairline and then wish you had a bit more. And if you do get right up to the hairline, it's not the end of the world at all. So don't stress, it'll still look super, super natural. So that is how you cut the lace front on your wig. Don't be too nervous. If you've got any questions, message me. We can do it together, and good luck.